So yeah, I don't know what to say really. Medusa the Revive 5, that's kind of important. And maybe Ice Demon with Revive 5 just to give you that one extra chance. Santa Boom's in there for the extra slow. Everybody has slow crests on except for PD, who's got Revive. And that's because I used that PD in Lava. We can verify that real quick. What were we doing? Forgot already. Oh yeah, so slow down, level 4 crests. This is the PD in question. Got Revive crests. This is the Val in question. Oh, sorry, she's got 4 Revive, but whatever. Most likely you'll have one with a talent, right? Like this is my 5 Revive talent, and she's got Revive crests. That's the one I use for our Lava team. Who else? Santa Boom, right? He's got slowdown crests on him. I think that's it. Is that it? Was that 6? Who else? Who else? Ice Demon. Ice Demon. Okay. For artifacts, we start in 30 seconds. Just enough time to cover that. Nothing that matters. Nothing that matters. So this is my Revite. My Revite PD. I have 2 now. I'm working on a Zerg PD that I'm about to devo, so I have trouble distinguishing between the 2. But anyways, I usually have him in Blitz. Everybody that I can in damage, right? So there's Medusa. Obviously Warlock doesn't apply here, but Medusa, TT, SB. I have Garuda on GH, which is not used here, obviously. And yeah, Victor's emblem on that Val, but honestly that doesn't matter. I just do that, I think, for Guild Wars. So that's it. It is now time for boss. Okay, let's dive on in. So, the big secret. You see how this guy, Goblin, is on the left there, boss is on the right? That's a perfect time. I'm going to drop Medusa all the way out there, okay? So if Goblin is here and boss is here, then I want to drop Medusa all the way out here. That's my lure, okay? Once boss starts running towards her, you're going to know for sure he's in range because somebody is going to get frozen from Medusa proc. Drop everybody else on boss right away. And I mean literally right on boss. Don't worry about it because Goblin will not change aggro or anything like that. He's locked and loaded. So you can see that, you know, even by the time he gets just a few inches ahead, there's so many Ice Demon procs on him and Santa Boom procs that he is done, right? Even if somehow he's not done, he's still usually going to get frozen by Medusa's proc. So turn on some extra damage now for no reason. I usually do this, I don't know, pretty quick, back to back these days, because I find if we're up to me, we would space it out a little bit, but it's not. So I find usually I'm in competition basically with Carb, Max, Sia, I don't know, a bunch of guys. So if I wait even the 15 seconds in between, I've already lost my opportunity for second run. So for me, I'm not gonna lie, this is easiest. I get about 300 mil damage each run. So these days, just actually starting a few days ago, I decided hell with it. I just do 2 300 mil runs back to back, and that's it. I let everybody else can deal with Goblin, basically. I think if we do that as a guild, if we do 2 300 mil runs, and everybody does it all at the same time, we're going to be done. Nobody has to deal with just Goblin, and everybody gets max rewards. There you go. So that's kind of my thinking. Anyways, hopefully I can speed through this in post software, I guess. Hopefully this even recorded. What I'll do actually is I will let this run all the way to the end, and then I will start recording again at, I don't know, like say the 30-second mark of my second run, because otherwise you're just going to sit there. Oh no, you should maybe see the drop again, just in case. Yeah, I guess I'll split it into 2 recordings, but, you know, basically 3 minutes each. Now I do have 2 other methods actually. So if this drop doesn't work for you because maybe you don't have Medusa or you're just not getting enough procs, like maybe somehow Goblin is still getting through, then I have 2 more methods that I can show. Both are PD sacrifice method, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, 3, 2, 1, 0. Wahoo. 321. Not too shabby. It's all right. So like I say, I don't even wait the 12 seconds or whatever. I'm done. You can see he's almost dead. That's why, right? So same thing. Usually I wait till the boss. There's a little bit of space between these 2 assholes. Drop all on boss right away as soon as he's got aggro. And you got nothing to worry about. You can see this goblin is, even if somehow he were aggroed on, say, like my TT off to the side here, then he's still not going to make it there. So I personally don't have a problem. My Ice Demon, I think, is skill 8, I think. Wow, I can't believe, actually. I guess there's a lot of people kicking ass on boss today, but usually the health bar is more than that. But hopefully I can still get 300 mil out of this, and then again, I'm done. That's the goal. I think cap is, I think we found out that cap is around like, it's somewhere between 600 and 615 mil. So I usually do in and around that range. I think if you hit 615, you definitely need to stop. If you're over 600, you can squeeze a little bit more with a very fast, like a 30-second goblin run. You can make up 15 mil pretty easily. And la 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 la, there's big guy down. But, you know, everybody else is so revved up that the goblin is not a problem. It's funny, you know, this setup seems, it works perfectly for me for boss 5, it works perfectly for me for boss 3. But ironically, I have great trouble with this setup against just goblin. I don't know why. I see some people, like, if Carb has just goblin, he has no issues of any kind. And I'm pretty sure our setup is exactly the same, except he uses Warlock instead of Sanaboom there. Oh, no, actually, you know what? I think he uses Cupid instead of Val, which technically would make sense. I'd get more damage, but the reason why I do this particular setup is because, like I said, I get, overall, usually I get about 620 mil between 2 runs. So for me, that's perfect. I don't really have to think about it. Wow, shit, look at that. Goblin broke through anyways. That's amazing. I don't know why. I have such problems hitting Goblin. It's probably because my Val is not Devo and SB is not Devo. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to call this one there. That's good enough. Now I'm on the hook for some Goblin runs. And I do exactly the same thing. I'm not going to waste 30. I don't even know what those are or how many I have, but... What the fuck? How did we chew through boss health so fast? That's so weird. When you look on the side here, like, there's not even that much going on. Anyways, when I do this, actually, let me show you quickly the PD sacrifice method, the first one, okay? So what I'm going to do, usually I drop Medusa first, okay? Then I drop everybody else on boss. This is almost the same, except TT is really weird in boss 5. This is like a 0 range boss, right? The goblin. So TT's minions are also 0 range. So if I drop TT in this mix, goblin will actually target them first, then take down PD, then the whole thing falls apart. So we can drop all except TT. We're going to drop her after the PD's been sacrificed. So I'm going to start way out here, followed by Medusa, followed by SB, followed by Val, and ID close. Shield for everybody, okay? Actually, I don't know why shield didn't work there, but it looks like he already killed PD, so we're free to release TT. Okay, TT also has slowdown on her, has decent accuracy, and the punkies have scatter to keep his proc. His proc, I think, kind of helps him bust loose. Let's throw that on. Again, I suck at this. I don't know why. My guys can't keep up for whatever reason, even though they're doing pretty good, but usually I can get like a 90-second run, maybe. I'm kind of hoping for like 100 mil, I think, here, tops. I don't know. We're about to go down in a moment anyway, so it won't really matter. 3, 2, 1, that's good enough. What? Yeah, that wasn't very much. That's fine, you get to see it again. Let's do it again. I'm terrible at explaining things, so I'm sorry. I hope this makes all kinds of sense. Again, normally I lead with Medusa far off. Then once he's got or she's got aggro, drop everybody else on boss. But we're not going to do that because there won't be enough revs to freeze boss. So we're going to try to do this correctly this time. So I'm going to drop PD, Medusa, SB, Val, ID, shield for everybody. Shield worked this time. So now we got some time. And Goblin stuns. So that's also why I have Blitz Artifact on PD, right? Get max revs. See, and he killed my my PD. I don't kind of get why, I kind of don't, but we're going to milk this for whatever we can just to get a bit of a run out of it. I usually go 30-second minimum. That's good enough. It looks like actually I'm not going to do it this time. I don't know why. Yeah, I never change my artifacts or anything, so I don't know. Should be working, but I guess I just got unlucky. I don't understand how we chewed through so much HP on boss initially, but it is what it is. All right, so again, PD off in the distance, Medusa, SB, Val a little further back, ID up front, shields. Big bada boom's going off, slowing that biatch down already. Okay. Once PD's died and comes back, then you can drop TT. That, I don't know what to say. That shouldn't have happened. I've never seen that before, but I guess you of all people know how freaking annoying this goddamn boss is. So 30 seconds again, that's fine. Gonna call it because it's almost done. See you being a bit of a dick there. Well overshot the mark. I hate when people do that. Sometimes carb goes as high as 800 mil, and I'm like, what? You know, you're just being a jerk. 630 is not bad, though. All right, last attempt. PD, Medusa, SB, Val off in the distance, ID up front. Freeze, motherfucker. Brock, you tiny whores. Goes down. Yeah, comes back, drop TT. And we should be good. This finally looks like a clean run. So why I think PD keeps dying is just sort of the timing. If it's timed in such a way that PD dies and that exact moment Medusa proc freezes him, then PD's already rezzed. When Goblin becomes unfrozen from Medusa proc, then he targets PD because he's the closest one, and that's why PD dies twice. That's basically my theory. I technically have no proof, but it is what it is. It's a very frustrating boss, but now that I've gotten it to this point, honestly, this is all that I ever do. I don't mess around otherwise. This setup allows me to have both PD sacrifice method available if I want to use it. If not, I just do the Medusa lead method. And sometimes even against Goblin, only I do the Medusa lead method. I really only did PD sacrifice method, so you can see both in one video. You can use either or. If you want to do that against both bosses, you can still do that too. But usually you kind of go the other way. So if you remember, there's basically Goblin boss and Centaur boss, okay? Once there's a little bit of a healthy gap between the two, you line them up and you drop Medusa on the far side. If you're using PD sacrifice method against both boss and Goblin, and this is going to crap, but it's going to be our last run, so whatever. Challenge successful. I don't know why I struggled so much, but there it is. I hope it's helpful. And what I was going to say there, for if you're going to do PD sacrifice method against Goblin and boss, then you do the exact same thing, but you do a healthy distance, drop PD away from Goblin instead, okay? Boss and Goblin will run over. You put shields up. Then you drop everybody else on Centaur boss, okay? I don't really encourage that method because that means that your PD is going to be constantly targeting the Goblin. Goblin's hard to hit. PD won't proc as often. It will work. You will freeze Goblin. You will freeze boss. it will work for sure, okay? But you won't get the crazy high damage runs of 300 mil plus, all right? So hope that helps, and let me know if you have any other questions, okay? Bye.